Dry Bones. Yeah, let's do proper racing this time. I imagine you probably actually don't go to that I imagine you don't go to that many, I was about to say. I was wrong. Apparently. Doesn't happen very often. I hate being wrong. I did briefly, like, off camera look at, like, shortcuts and stuff for this track. Aww. I didn't really... There's nothing too crazy. When I say this track, I mean Dry Bones Burnout. I haven't, like, looked at, like, the Bowser Castle cuts or Wario Shipyard. I'd like to learn those two track shortcuts. Oh, and great question, Block. I'd like to learn those before I, do them, but I'm not in a rush to. Because I don't play online, but, like, it'd be fun to be able to show them off and, like, show my advancement as a player. But also, like, I don't care. I don't care. That's a future problem. Ah! Oh. Well, now I'm upset. Very upset. Oh, I got the hammer. I'm no longer upset. Well, if I hit someone. Shouldn't have used that first use, I guess. Because now I'm down to one more use. Because I'm just not close enough. Oh man, oh man, oh man. That was like a mercy kill at that point, though. Wow. I just realized we are pretty much forever done with this track. Are there any more tracks that go to? Acorn Heights? Are there any more? I don't think there are. That's crazy. And now I'm just thinking of, like, when I finish all the cups. Leaf Cup only has one more after this track with Dandelion Depth. Special Cup only has one more with Peach Stadium. Banana has two more. Shell Cup has two more. Ground City Peach Stadium. And Banana's Peach Beach and Great Question Block Ruins. Mushroom has one more. Lightning has one more with Bowser's Castle. What other cups are there? I said Leaf, I said Shell. Star Cup has Warrior Shipyard. I know what the next cup that I fully finish is. Now, obviously, the final are going to be Shell and Mushroom because of Crown City. As I've advertised, this entire time in Free Roam is the last one. I think it's the best one to end on. I thought that in the very first episode of Free Roam. And I still think that. Imagine if I actually kept going in track order. The Free Roam would be so much less interesting. Also, I wouldn't have been able to get down to, like, one Free Roam video in areas fast. Because, like, the second half, everything, pretty much a majority of the courses after battle mode will have only had one free roam video, as opposed to before battle mode where a majority of them had two. So, I mean, this is another Dandelion Depths. I was about to say this is another track I don't know when I'll get to play again. Does Dandelion Depths go to Acorn Heights? It might. We're kind of starting to get to a point where we're kind of approaching the last time we'll see some of these courses in open world. I do hope when they add DLC, because we all know they're going to. And who knows, I'm recording this far enough in advance now that there may already be DLC announced, or probably not released but announced. So I don't, even if the DLC's announced, I think as of upload, no one will know how it's working. Sorry, I'm brain farting. I do hope they connect. I hope they add to the existing world and is in a second world map. And just like smaller little like islands and all that. And I hope some of them actually like go to the tracks here. Because something like Down Jungle doesn't have that many routes compared to, I don't know, Toad's Factory, where I feel like had the most. Wow, me and Birdo are like the only two that are even remotely decent, I guess. I was about to say I was so good, but that's because I didn't see Birdo's symbol at first, because we and Birdo were like this right next to each other. Then I saw like, that's not what Fishbone's symbol looks like. Out of curiosity, do you go to Acorn Heights? Yeah. So I'm not done with Acorn Heights, not yet. This is gonna be Mario Circuit 1. I could tell based on the world map icon. This is Mario Circuit 1. No, it's 2. World map icon lied to me. Because it looks like I see the jump. Anything's better than 1, y'all. I'm just sad that literally only Acorn Heights has all 3 of them. I wish it was all 4. I don't know. A part of me says this is really the point where I should really start wish listing what I want in DLC. But I think I'd rather do that in its own video. That I just upload whenever the frick I want. Like my old Mario Kart videos where I just like, there's my non-Let's Play videos, I just upload whenever the frick I want. And I'd rather do that, I think, for a DLC wishlist. But I guess I could like start brainstorming here. I don't know. I want retros. But not a ton. Like, maybe in between races in a second. I'll go, because there's a theory, because not every track in the franchise actually has music in this game. So now the theory is the tracks whose music don't appear in this game will be added as retros. So tracks like Lakeside Park from Super Circuit, Woohoo, one of the Woohoo tracks. You know, and I don't think just because a track has music, it can be fully eliminated. Because there's multiple versions of Koopa Troopa Beach and its music in SNES Koopa Troopa Beach in this game. Mario Kart World music DLC theory. Okay. And some of these tracks would be extremely hype. Okay, so this may not be fully accurate just because there's at least one mistake, but Sky Gardens is missing, and like, yeah, Sky Garden is in 8, but Sky Garden is also like the track that I'd want to re-retro between 8 and this one the most. Sunset Wilds. I don't see that one as DLC, though, in this game, because I just don't see that track working with a day-night cycle. A full day-night cycle. I mean, they could give it possibly a slightly different name and just reuse the layout, but I don't know. I just don't... See, it's tracks like that that make me not believe the music theory, but I'm mentioning it because there are definitely some good tracks. GBA Snowland. Again, we just had an 8, though. I don't know why its music's not in this game, though, because its music's great. And it's always possible that some of these are also just saving the music for DLC. Out of those GBA tracks, though, like, my most wanted GBA tracks as retros are Sky Garden and Rainbow Road right now. And Bowser's Castle 4. Those are my 3 most wanted. My 2 favorite tracks in the game, Rainbow Road and Bowser Castle 4. And Sky Garden was just done so dirty. 8. Wario Coliseum, Wario Stadium. Again, I mentioned it. What I thought was Wario Stadium, Wario Coliseum. Luigi Stadium, Wario Coliseum, sorry. From Double Dash was actually a Yoshi's Island battle track. Wario's Coliseum would definitely be my pick there. We Koopa Cape. We just had it. I don't know if we need it again. I'd rather have something like Dry Ruins, which we haven't had return yet. But also, it is one of the 2 Wii tracks. If I had to choose the Wii to re-retro between 8 and World, it is one of the 2 I'd pick. The other is not Moo Moo Meadows, and it is actually not Rainbow Road. It's Daisy Circuit, but that's just because I love the music so much, and I think the Daisy Circuit remixes in this game are kind of just okay. Then the next one is a mistake. There's a lot of city tracks whose music's not in this game as well. I don't think they're adding any city tracks in this game. I think this game's gimmick kind of makes it impossible to bring them back, which I think is one of the reasons why we got the Booster Course Pass. Banshee Wardwalk's missing. Boo Lake / Broken Pier's missing. I doubt we're gonna get Banshee. We might. If they re-retro another N64 track, it'd probably be one that was in DS. I mean, Choco Mountain was in DS. It was also an 8, but that's besides the point. So Banshee Boardwalk, I think, would actually be a good selection there because it has not been seen in any game actually since DS. So if we get another N64 track, I think that could be it. Boo Lake, Broken Pier, if we get Banshee Boardwalk, I don't think we're going to get either of them, but Broken Pier's never been remade. A lot of the Bowser Castle music are not in this game. I think if they do another Bowser Castle, it'll be DS. I think it'll be DS or GBA 4. I think those are the 2 they would choose from because almost every track from DS has been remade. Just not the only ones that haven't are Rainbow Road, Bowser's Castle, and Figure 8 Circuit. To be fair, Wii also is almost fully retroed out. You just have Luigi and Mario Circuit, Dry Ruins. Yeah, that's it. And just Bowser Castle. But you could just throw in one of its circuits in Dry Ruins and call that good for Wii representation in this game. Or damn, just remake Koopa Cape again. Actually, Maple Tree Way is another one I'd love to see return. Luigi's Mansion. Apparently his music's not in here. Cheap Cheap Lagoon. Although I don't believe that one. Neo Bowser City apparently doesn't have his music in here. The Woohoo tracks. I think the Woohoo tracks are obvious inclusion in DLC. Because you can add 2 tracks with 1 location. Like Crown City. Like Peach Stadium. 1 location. 2 tracks. And the free roam there would also be insanely awesome. I think the Woohoo tracks are coming. I'm a believer. By the monkeys. I'm a believer, though, in the Woohoo tracks coming back in this game, assuming there's retros in the DLC. I think they're some of the easiest to shoe in. Oh, this list didn't even have Lakeside Park, did it? I mentioned Lakeside Park myself. GBA Lakeside. Yoshi's Island's Mario Kart version's not in here, but the Yoshi's Island athletic thing, but that's in this game, not the track. Yeah. I don't know. So I think I think there is. I do think there is. I think that will give us. I do think that the music that's not in this game does help us narrow it down. I think we'll probably get one of those spooky tracks, either Broken Pier or Banshee Boardwalk. I think we'll probably get one of those. We probably won't get Yoshi Desert from GBA. I think we're more likely to get Bowser's Castle and Lakeside Park. But something like the Rainbow Road remix for GBA is very different from the actual music. It's very different, a lot more party-like, and I could see that being on top of having actual race course music for it that sounds different. I could see that, for instance. I think if we do get a retro Rainbow Road, it'll be Game Boys. I think if we get a retro Bowser Castle, it'll probably be DS. In fact, I think DS Bowser Castle is probably the only other DS track we'll get in DLC. Maybe Delfino, but nothing on top of those. I don't see us getting any Super Mario Kart DLC tracks. They put a crap ton of the Super Mario tracks in the open world for a reason. That reason being so they don't have to put them in the DLC. No, seriously, a majority of Super Mario... Is that true? Can I say a majority of Super Mario Kart's tracks are in this game, and would that be correct? So there's, what, 20 tracks in that game? 3 Mario Circuits, 2 Koopa Beaches. So that's 5. No, I'm wrong. 1 Vanilla Lake, 6. 2 Chocos, 8. But almost half of Super Mario Kart's track selections in this game already. So like they don't need to put in more. I think if they do put in another one in DLC, it'll probably be a Donut Plains or Vanilla Lake 2. Also, because there's also gotta keep in mind that they put in both Koopa Beaches. They put in both Choco Islands. They put in 3 out of 4 Mario Circuits. I doubt they're going to do a Mario Circuit DLC track. And if they do, it'd probably be 3DS or Wii. But they only put in 1 Vanilla Lake. There is room for another Vanilla Lake. That was intentional. So I actually wouldn't count out Vanilla Lake 2 as a DLC track. And the Vanilla Lake music they have remixed in the game already is very non-racetrack-like. So I think it's much like how one of the Koopa Beaches music says. So I do think Vanilla Lake... I think Vanilla Lake and Banshee Boardwalk are the only 2, like, 20th century Mario Kart tracks that have a chance. No. I do. GBA... I said it. Sky Garden, Rainbow Road. If they do a 3rd one, Lakeside and Lakeside Park, I think they'll do 2 out of those 3. And let me just say, I'd love that selection of 3. I think that'd be a very great selection. DS. And again, that assumes though they do like Bowser's Castles and Rainbow Road somehow in DLC. I don't know how they differentiate them name-wise. They probably just add a prefix before those ones. I don't know. But if they do those, I think that maybe the only other DS track we get. If they stay away from Bowser's Castle, I'd say something like Delfino, because I think that'd be a fun DLC for this, is a Delfino Isle DLC. So I think that it gets you a couple of shoe-in tracks. I don't think we're getting Koopa Cape. I don't know why they didn't include its music. I don't think we're getting it. I think our one DLC desert track will probably be Dry Ruins. At least one retro one will be Dry Ruins. And maybe Koopa Cape. If we don't get Coconut Mall, I'd say Koopa Cape. I think Coconut Mall because of, again, the Delfino Isle DLC. I mean, if they do that, I think they'd definitely do Coconut Mall. Otherwise, they'd probably do like a Luigi Circuit or something. Bore us the hell to death. I skipped a game. Watch them do like what they did with Mario Circuit, except with Luigi Circuit, they combine all the Luigi Circuit tracks from the franchise. They combine GameCube, Wii, Luigi Circuits, and Luigi Raceway from N64. Or GBA Luigi Circuit. Watch them combine all those into one track. They wouldn't, but watch them do it. GameCube, Mushroom City. Actually, I don't know. The music for Mushroom Bridge, Mushroom City in this game seems pretty definitive to me. I don't think they would do another remix of that song. It seemed pretty definitive. Oh, I was trying to hit the boost panel. Maybe it'd just be Wario Coliseum. I think if they re-retro one from 8, Daisy's Cruiser would also make sense, though. But its music's already in this game, so I doubt it. As a race course, its music's already in the game. Beyond that, I don't know, Luigi Circuit. Oh, I didn't look to see how close it was. Gee, what else could you do? Assuming they're not going to do Bowser's Castle or Rainbow Road. Those in Mushroom City and Wario Coliseum are the only ones that haven't been remade. So if they do it, it'd probably be a re-retro. I'll go Mushroom City and Wario Coliseum, though. I don't know how you top the music that's in Free Roam already, though. For Mushroom City. Okay, now 3DS. I don't know. 3DS, the Woohoo tracks. Do you bring back anything else? Do a completely different Cheep Lagoon because of the water mechanics? Probably not. I'd say probably not. So I don't think that's a track we'd get. Quite honestly. So, I think just Woohoo's, and maybe if we get a Mario Circuit, it would be that one. 8's where they have a lot more freedom of what to bring back, because nothing's been brought back. Again, Sunshine Airport, I think it's a no-brainer, though. I think it's a no-brainer. Because it'd be great for, it would have great free roam, it'd be great for the routes and rallies. Super Bell Subway's just peak. It would also be great for rallies and routes, is it's literally a subway station. Make it the main hub, like to get to DLC tracks or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Those are. I'd rather Wario Coliseum over Mount Wario. I like Mount Wario more, but I think it's more important to get Wario Coliseum because it's been longer. So. I don't know. I choose. Man alive, I'm stinky poops. What the Sigmas? What the Smurf? Thank you. No, this couldn't have gone any better. It went perfect. See, like, I'm not in last. I'm not in. No! I was trying to rush in a bullet before I got lackitude. Oh. Hope's not over. Okay, now I'm a little hopeless. I was kind of hoping for a bullet. Almost top 10. I got top half. I don't know. I'm sick of Mario Kart 8 tracks. Sick of them. Toad Harbor, Shy Guy Falls. I don't know. I'm sick of them. I don't really care. I don't care anymore. Ugh. What the Smurf? Yep, I'm doing bad now too. And I don't know any of the funny funs. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Smurf. Oh. Well, that's a Smurf. I don't need any. Speedrunner tactics. I don't need them. I don't need them. I actually survived. I mushroom spammed because I panicked to try and get the placement boost, but no, it worked in the end. Now, didn't it? Didn't it, dear viewer? It worked. I will reclaim my first place. Now, what's the next thing that speedrunners do? Something like that, I think. I felt good doing that. No, I'm not going to try that. Not again. Not after last time. Not after last time. Not after last time. Gee whiz, am I going to be yes, I'm going to be playing this track again, Bowser Castle. This is the peak track, so of course I'm genuinely worried about not playing it again. Of course I'm worried about that. It's too peak to not play again. Okay! I made it. Okay. Let's end this wall ride into this glide into the finish line. Yahoo! I suck at this game. Woohoo. Video's over. Bye.